Hey guys, Captain Dylan Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina with a quick fishing report for your weekend outlook. Right now, we are looking at some decent weather today, but it's going to get a little nautical this weekend, unfortunately. It's going to calm down for us, hopefully on Tuesday. Wednesday's looking pretty good next week. So capitalize on these weather windows, these opportunities between these weather systems. That's always when the fish are biting at their best. When it's really windy, rough, bumpy, cold fronts coming through, fish get a little stirred up, water gets a little stirred up, and the fishing can sometimes be tough. So you want to definitely watch the weather closely. I highly recommend our weather links page at hubbardsmarina.com. Click fishing trips and then click weather links, and you can use the same marine weather links that I use to check weather for our trips via that weather links page. Also, keep in mind we do daily updates where we'll tell you what's going on with the weather, because this video is great, but tomorrow the weather might completely change. So you want to keep checking back in with us for our daily videos, and we'll keep you up to date on what's happening weather-wise, what's biting, and the best days to go out there and go fishing. Right now, your best days to go out there and go fishing is probably today, and then behind the weather, looks like Wednesday of next week probably going to be our best bet. But like I said, things can change, especially this time of year. It changes pretty frequently. Tuesday looks maybe okay. Thursday looks maybe okay, but Wednesday's looking best right now. We've got a full moon today, and we got a last quarter moon a week from today, like Saturday of next weekend. So tide's gonna slow down a little bit. It's gonna be really good through this weekend and the start of the work week. Around Wednesday, it's gonna start slowing down as we approach that last quarter moon here next weekend, Saturday. So as we approach that last quarter moon and those tides start to slow down, that water might stay a little bit murky a little bit longer, but hopefully this full moon will clear it up quickly for us. So we'll see. Also, as far as the fishing goes, near shore on our 10-hour trips, we're doing pretty well on those hogfish. We're seeing a couple lane snapper, a couple mangroves. You got a chance for a red grouper, but we're not seeing a ton of them. Really, your best bet is to focus on the 10-hour trip on those hogfish. The half-day trip is catching a hogfish here and there. We have been seeing some sheep's head here and there too, especially behind the fronts when the water's a little stirred up. We've been seeing some of those sheep's head occasionally on the half-day, but mostly those gray snapper, white grunts, and porgies. Now, you are starting to get a chance near shore for the mackerel. So if you do some trolling on a 5-hour trip, you might start seeing some of those mackerel. Here in the next couple weeks, it should only get better as those water temperatures get right. We start to see more of that bait up on the surface. Offshore on our 12-hour extreme trip, we're crushing it. The last 12-hour extreme did really well on a lot of red grouper. They saw some nice mangrove snapper. They saw a couple triggerfish, some vermilion, some almacos, some porgies mixed in there, but the red grouper bite has been the focus, and we're doing well. The 39-hour trips have been picking up. We're starting to see more of those red grouper, more of the mangroves, more of the porgies, vermilions, almacos. On this last trip, we got some nice yellowtail snapper too, which was great. And on top of that, the pelagic action should be ready to fire off. We did have some flat lines out, got a couple cutoffs. We switched to wire. Unfortunately, didn't get any bites. But it's that time of year we're on the doorstep of those pelagics really starting to pick up for us offshore on the 39 and 44-hour trips where you have a chance to flatline, maybe even on a 12-hour extreme if conditions are right. Inshore right now, fishing around the bridge, you got a real good shot on the north side of the bridge for some of those flounders. South side of the bridge has been better for the trout and sheep's head. We're starting to see some redfish action sporadically around the jetties. If the water clears up, you got a chance for some of those pompano. Out on the beaches, we've been seeing a lot of bonnethead sharks, blacktip sharks, and some of the whiting too. In the Back Bay area, the trout bite has been good for us. We're seeing some of the redfish. We're starting to see some snook trickle out, but really back there in the upper Back Bay areas, around the mouth of Long Bayou, around upper Boca Ciega Bay, you're starting to see more of the snook really kind of still pretty far back there. But warming trend this weekend might bring some of those snook out. We don't know. Cold fronts are definitely starting to weaken. We've got this front coming Monday, but it's looking like it's not going to really blow out of the north too much. It's not going to really cool things down too much, so that should help. And then on top of that, we also see another cold front in the schedule, in the forecast for later work week, sometime around Thursday night-ish, and that also looks pretty weak. So these weaker fronts won't cool things down too much, so it might start to bring the snook out as our days get a little longer here as we approach later spring. On top of all that, we're doing really well on a variety of different trips, so hopefully we'll see you out in the water. We've got an in-person fishing seminar event coming up April 15th. That's Tuesday, April 15th from 7 to 9 p.m. over at Orange County Choppers. Myself and Cap Mike Anderson will both be there for the Real Animals Fishing Conversation at Orange County Choppers Roadhouse. Hopefully you can join us for that Tuesday, April 15th from 7 to 9 p.m. Also, don't forget, every Sunday night we give away $1,500 in free trips. Join us for that. We've got a bunch of new YouTube videos out now, and we're going to be really concentrating on producing a lot of YouTube content. So make sure you check out Hubbard's Marina on YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe and give our videos a thumbs up for us. Also, on top of that, we've got our radio shows every Saturday morning from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. We stream those live to our Hubbard's Marina Facebook, and you can catch it on iHeartMedia. Just look up 970 WFLA. You can listen to the radio stream live via the internet if you're not in the area, or tune in on Facebook as well. Then we also have our Friday morning Fox 13 news segments. Remember, if you catch a fish locally recently, text us that photo to our main office number, 727-393-1947. We'll feature you in the news. We'll feature you on our Sunday night show as well. So hopefully you guys are having a good time, enjoying this beautiful weather. Don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy. We'll see you out in the water sometime soon here at Hubbard's Marina.